we're about to embark on a journey exploring the glamorous, or not so glamorous, daily driving habits of your favorite Formula One gladiators. When they're not propelling their human-guided missiles along mind-boggling tracks at the speed of light, they're just like us. Well, sort of. Although some of their cars will shock you. Max Verstappen. Now here's a tale to make you feel inadequate. The youngest race winner in F1 history, Max Verstappen hasn't even turned 25 yet, and his life reads like a James Bond script. To celebrate his success, Max treated himself to a Ferrari Monza SP2 in 2020. And then for kicks, he was seen investigating another stallion in the Ferrari stable, the SF90 Stradale Assetto Fiorano, in January 2023. Yet amidst these shiny stallions lies a humble Honda Civic Type R, the blue-collar hero of his collection, which he auctioned for charity. To soften the blow of losing his daily driver, Honda bestowed upon him a NSX Type S as one does. And where did it all start for this Dutch prodigy? In a humble yellow Renault Clio gifted by his loving parents. Lewis Hamilton. Of course, Max isn't the only one spending his hard-earned money on some expensive cars. Mercedes poster boy Lewis Hamilton, who can probably afford a car for every day of the year, opts for an eco-conscious lifestyle that might surprise the less informed. A smart car. Yes, you heard that right, a smart car. When not competing in F1, Lewis zips around town in a vehicle smaller than some people's luggage. And it doesn't stop there. To align with his plant-based diet and sustainable lifestyle, he's traded in his petrol-guzzling muscle and supercars for all-electric Mercedes models. So the next time you see a smart car, just remember, Lewis might be at the wheel. Carlos Sainz. But what's going to surprise you is Carlos Sainz's long wait to get his hands on an expensive car. 9 years into his F1 career, Carlos Sainz has remained surprisingly grounded. His Volkswagen Golf GTI, a gift from his parents, was his sole road car until recently. Finally, in 2023, he splashed out on his very own tailor-made Ferrari 812 Competizione, proving you're never too late to join the supercar party. Charles Leclerc. While we're talking about Ferraris, what's the point of owning a fleet of luxury cars if you don't actually drive them? Charles Leclerc, the Monegasque marvel, answers this with style. He tours his home turf in a custom Ferrari 488 Pista Spider that proudly sports the red and white stripes of the Monaco flag. In fact, he uses it so often, he once ran out of fuel and had to enlist the help of locals to push his $1 million ride to the nearest station. Fernando Alonso. Switching lanes, we come to the Spanish charmer Fernando Alonso. Following his transition from Alpine to Aston Martin, Fernando traded his Alpine A110 for a dreamy Aston Martin DBX luxury SUV. A company car that puts your workplace's fleet of Corollas to shame. Alonso now commutes in this magnificent beast, reminding us yet again of the stark difference between our mundane lives and his dreamlike existence. Sergio Perez. Let's not forget Sergio Perez, the charismatic Mexican racer known for his affinity for the Honda Civic Type R. Balancing speed with practicality, he has also made space in his garage for a BMW X7 SUV. After all, even F1 drivers need room for the kids and groceries. And of course, there's the occasional joyride in his Bugatti Chiron or McLaren 720S when he needs to remind himself he's still a world-class driver. George Russell. Let's jump to Mercedes driver George Russell, who doesn't restrict his love for speed to the racing circuits. When he's not burning rubber on the track, he enjoys European summer in his relaxed and quirky mini mokes, embracing the roof-down, doors-off vibe. Winter brings a change of pace with a practical off-roader, a Mercedes-AMG G63, and the cherry on top, he washes his daily runner, a Mercedes-AMG C63S himself, Daniel Ricciardo. Now this one's for all the Danny Ric fans out there who can't wait to see him get in a car again. Australian heartthrob Daniel Ricciardo, while not on the 2023 grid, still cruises around his hometown in a rugged Toyota Hilux gifted by his parents, living his best Aussie life. No need for flashy supercars when you can haul your motorbikes and mountain bikes in a good old ute. A Nissan Patrol also holds a spot in his garage, another proof of his down-to-earth Aussie spirit. Of course, he's splurged on other cars like a Renault and a Porsche over the last few years, but it's hard to ignore the fact that a Monaco winner drove a Hilux. Kevin Magnussen. But things get a little more interesting with our Haas driver. Kevin Magnussen, known for his competitive spirit on the grid, transforms into a family guy off the track. Captured in the Netflix series Drive to Survive, Kevin was seen chauffeuring his newborn in a blue Land Rover Discovery, showing us that even F1 racers can't escape the joy of family drives. Sebastian Vettel. By this point, you're probably dying to know what someone like Vettel drives, and we've got you covered. Here's someone whose practicality might surprise you. The four-time world champion Sebastian Vettel is known for his immaculate skills on the racetrack. Off the track, however, he enjoys the beautiful thrills of his Aston Martin DBX, which was the manufacturer's first go at an SUV. And despite his fierce rivalry with Mercedes over the last few years, Sebastian Vettel still owns a 2010 Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG. A beautiful car, probably transcends rivalries, doesn't it? Kimi Räikkönen. There's another Finn on this list, a former world champion in fact. Often lauded as the Iceman of Formula One, Kimi Räikkönen is as cool off the track as he is on it. His daily ride of choice, an understated Fiat 500 Abarth, a car that mirrors his own unpretentious character. This choice might seem off-brand for an F1 driver, but then again, Kimi has always done things his way. Pierre Gasly. Now we move on to the French star who's just moved to Alpine to complete an all-French lineup. Pierre Gasly knows a thing or two about maintaining that thrill even on day-to-day drives. At the heart of his motoring life off the racetrack is an Audi Q8. This German powerhouse, armed with a 3-litre twin-turbo V8, is far more than a 4-door family wagon. Of course, Pierre couldn't resist adding the classic Porsche 911 to his car collection. Much like Pierre's beloved AlphaTauri AT01, this mechanical marvel effortlessly combines speed, power, and a dash of practicality. Whether he's zipping down the French Riviera or tackling the twists and turns of the Alpine roads, Pierre's choice of daily drive mirrors his adventurous spirit on and off the track. Lando Norris. Speaking of adventurous, how could we miss Lando Norris? McLaren's bright-eyed prodigy doesn't shy away from splurging on cars. Although his first vehicle was a modest Renault Clio, these days he can often be seen behind the wheel of a McLaren 720S. This British beauty perfectly encapsulates his youthful charm, wit, and need for speed. Boasting over 700 horsepower, the 720S's carbon fiber core, just like Lando's driving style, is a blend of precision and power. As he effortlessly navigates his path in the F1 world, his choice of ride clearly reflects his personal journey. However, for some of his more casual outings, Lando Norris can also be spotted in a beautiful Land Rover Defender. Esteban Ocon. And nobody's has a more exciting journey this season than Ocon with his spectacular Monaco podium. Even the speed enthusiast Esteban Ocon isn't content with just burning rubber on the track. His need for speed spills over onto his daily drives. And what better way to satiate it than with an Alpine A110. The A110, a sleek and stylish French sports car, pays homage to his roots and his racing team. Its sporty appeal and exhilarating performance ensure that Esteban's life off the track mirrors the excitement and thrill of his on-track adventures. Lance Stroll. Ocon didn't grow up with much wealth, but that's not the case for the Strolls. No stranger to the finer things in life, Canadian driver Lance Stroll enjoys luxury both on and off the track. Raised with an extravagant lifestyle thanks to his billionaire father Lawrence Stroll, Lance's choice of daily wheels is no less opulent. When he isn't muscling his Aston Martin around the track, he can be seen indulging in the exquisite comfort of a Ferrari LaFerrari. Embodying the ultimate fusion of luxury, power, and elegance, the car perfectly encapsulates Lance's glamorous, high-flying lifestyle. Valtteri Bottas. Let's tone it down for our relaxed Finn and former Mercedes driver. Valtteri Bottas, the unflappable Finn, is all about blending practicality with pleasure when it comes to his daily ride. Steering away from ostentatious choices, Bottas favours the Mercedes-Benz C63 AMG W204. This robust and powerful car is not only perfect for tackling rough terrains, but also packs enough oomph to give Valtteri that adrenaline rush he so loves on the track. But when he's not chasing podiums in his Mercedes F1 car, you can probably find him carving out off-road paths in this powerhouse. Yuki Tsunoda. Finally, we've got our future restaurant owner who ended up driving for AlphaTauri. Japanese whiz kid Yuki Tsunoda may be young in the F1 scene, but he's making waves with his explosive talent. His exuberant spirit and passion for speed spill over into his personal life with his choice of daily drive, a Honda Civic Type R. This high-performance hatchback is every bit as thrilling as Yuki's on-track lap times. With its potent performance, it ensures that Yuki's everyday commutes are as adrenaline-filled as his races. With this, we've covered some of the cars F1 drivers use daily. It's safe to say some drivers prefer practicality over aesthetics, which is surprising if you've got money to burn.